Consider a TV show. If the show is closed captioning, it's accessible to people who are deaf or hard of hearing. It is easy for these people to understand the show. When something is inaccessible, it is difficult to use or difficult to understand. It might even be impossible to use or understand. If the building did not have a ramp or the TV show did not have closed captioning, they would be inaccessible, meaning not everyone would have access to them. Some people would be able to use or understand them and others would not. So, accessibility refers to the quality or condition of being easy to use or understand. An accessible workplace is one where everyone has easy access to the things they need to do their best work. And it is impossible to know what one person needs might be different from what another person needs. One person might be fine with noise and chatter, whereas their colleague needs a quiet place to work. One person might be more effective when they work from home in the comfort of their own home, and another might be more effective working in the office. One person might need to fidget to stay focused in long meetings, whereas their colleague is more focused when they sit still. One person might need to step out of the office periodically to pray, and another might not pray at all. One person might feel good wearing a suit, whereas their colleague feels better wearing loose, comfortable clothes, for example, sweatpants. So accessibility is going to be different for everyone. The things that are important to me, whether that is a ramp, a quiet place to work, or the ability to work remotely, may not really matter to you. The goal, though, is to make these things as accessible as possible. This means considering the needs of as many people as possible. And how do we do that? By adhering to accessibility best practices first and foremost. Second, by asking. Ask people what they need to access the event you are planning. And after the event, ask for feedback as to what you could have done better in terms of accessibility. Ask your colleague if they have everything they need to be successful. Ask them what they might like to change about their work environment. Not just the physical environment, but the social and cultural environment too. We will talk more about accessibility best practices throughout this series, and I encourage you to pay special attention to Module 4, Developing Inclusive Culture. For now, though, common ones include adding subtitles or closed captioning to videos, implementing a work-from-home policy, accommodating dietary restrictions and allergies, including your pronouns in your email signature, if you so choose, having a sign language interpreters at live events, and inclusive language, which, broadly speaking, means avoiding racist, ableist, homophobic, and otherwise oppressive terms. If you would like to learn more about inclusive language, check out the first lesson in Module 4. So, accessibility is more than just a nice to have. It is a need to have, because without it, people will not be able to do their best work. And some people will not be able to do their work at all. That is, they will likely not be able to join your team, making it hard to diversify your organization, which, as stated in an earlier video, is one of the main goals with EDI. Now, what are some things to consider when it comes to those 3 Jedi Hub lenses? It's important to consider that accessibility is not just about disability. It is not just about making things accessible to people with disabilities. It is about making things accessible to everyone, or to as many people as possible. Consider racialized newcomers and Indigenous peoples who might require some flexibility when it comes to religious or spiritual practices or holidays and cultural events. Holidays that Canada does not recognize, not officially at least, and that might take place during the workday. For example, Rosh Hashanah, celebrations for the fall for Jewish employees, Lunar New Year celebrations in the winter for employees with Asian heritage, and powwows during the summer months for Indigenous employees. To learn more about recognizing various holidays and cultural events in the workplace, check out Module 4 and the lesson titled Celebrating Diversity. This brings us to the end of Lesson 8. Thanks for watching, and as always, be sure to check out the PDF included in this lesson if you're interested in learning more.